you want to look at an article with me about perimenopause? Most women will have an experience of hot flashes limited to just a year or two. Others will experience them for a decade or more, and a small portion of these women will never be free of them. As women enter the later stages of this transition, there is an increased vaginal dryness and pain with sexy time, and well, this becomes prominent because you're losing estrogen, and this once again affects a third of the population. Unlike hot flashes, the mood issues, the lack of sleep because you can't fall asleep, you can't stay asleep because your thermoregulation is crap. If you have a hot flash and it wakes you up, you can't fall back asleep. The vaginal symptoms will not go away without treatment. And there are two stages to the perimenopause or menopause transition: the early transition, where cycles are mostly regular with relatively few interruptions, and the late transition, where amenorrhea, which means your period is going bye-bye, becomes more prolonged and lasts for at least 60 days. And so when you tell me you still get your period and you can't be perimenopause, I say to you, your early perimenopause change, your period could be just fine and normal. Because it's not just about periods. Hormones affect so many other systems. So if you look at the straws, the stages of reproductive aging surrounding the menopause transition, let's look closely at this. In the beginning, the cycles are regular with slight irregularity with normal to variable FSH, and the ovarian reserve is low. In early perimenopause, cycles can be variable, your FSH is variable, your ovarian reserve is low. In late perimenopause, your cycles are getting further apart, your FSH is going to be high, your ovarian reserve is low. In this period, your very end game, menses have ended because menopause is reached when you are 365 days since your last period, your FSH is high, which is what you would measure in blood work, and your ovarian reserve is very low to undetectable. This is what menopause, the day menopause looks like. Postmenopause is everything after that. Perimenopause are all the other boxes you just talked about. And for the average woman, the menstrual milestone of the early transition, stage -2, is age 47. Late transition, stage -1, occurs at 49. And the final menstrual period, which is FMP, occurs at 51. The average age of menopause in the US is 51. That is the average age. Perimenopause can begin 7 to 10 years prior. Hence why these stages of perimenopause show it happens in the 40s. And this is why I'm talking about this, because the stuff you do now matters. But just so you know, there is substantial variability in the onset of these milestones. So what is the natural history of menopausal symptoms? Take a look. You can read it. So let's stop on hot flashes, because hot flashes, which are vasomotor symptoms, are like the cardinal thing that everybody knows with menopause. And that is like the big symptom in the US. Pause to read. So if you didn't read it, let me just tell you, 30 to 70% of premenopausal women are experiencing a hot flash. 30 to 70% of premenopausal women will experience a hot